Sunday Surgery live here, broadcasting live from an undisclosed location in County Tyrone. This is, in fact, the 50th Sunday Surgery since this delightful building was built. As you know, as some of you know, we've had, there's a couple of people coming on. There's BW's Electronic. The doctor will see you shortly. Well, the doctor is in the house here. As some of you may know, we had a bit of a celebration last week because it was a year last week that this place was built. It's a year's birthday of the surgery, and indeed the Sunday Surgery live stream as well. So we had a double celebration for that. Hello, Martin. So that was something to celebrate. I was hoping for something to celebrate tonight, but the stars have not quite aligned. I was hoping to be celebrating 9,000 subscribers tonight, but we just didn't get there. Last count before I went live was 8963. There's Paul Cook. 8963 was what we had just before I went live there. So 37 subscribers short of 9,000, which is something to celebrate in itself, but I was hoping to get to that milestone so we could just continue on the party, as it were, because I've really enjoyed the last maybe 6 or 7 live streams more than the rest, even, because it's just been one good one after the next. It's been fantastic, and that's because we've got a good following here, and we've you guys that check in every week. Big deal not be here tonight because his in-laws is visiting. For that reason alone, in-laws should be outlawed. There's J Bubs. Good to see you, J Bubs. I might have to warn you tonight, this could be a grumpy one tonight. This could be a grumpy stream, because what happened was I was off all week from work, and I spent about 4, maybe 5 days out of the workshop that I wasn't on here. So I just had a break, and I'm going back to Porridge tomorrow. So it's going to be hard to go back. I started back in the workshop here on Thursday. Actually, I had an early visitor to the workshop on Saturday morning. A guy that contacted me through TikTok, and he was doing work up the road, and he brought me his SDS 4-kilo breaker. And thankfully, I fixed it for him in a relatively short time, I might add. The video with that is not edited yet. It'll be out in a couple of weeks' time. I'm very pleased to fix. It wasn't just brushes this time. Not worried. This could be a grumpy one. Because of the work. Next reason why it's a grumpy one, due to the subject matter of the couple of things I'm going to talk about. These here, which are the subject matter, the main thing. These are probably the worst drills on the planet. This one's not going. This one is the 453, the DHP 453. This is a terrible drill. Actually, what happened is how this came into my possession is a guy gave me this to fix, and I quoted him for it, and it was a relatively cheap fix. But he asked me, did I think it was worth it? I says no, because I'll fix it. It'll go back to its original functionality, but you will just have the crap drill. Go and buy a better one. So he says, do you want that old one? I says, I'll take it. So what happened then was I just couldn't have it lying about with not working, so I just fixed it. And then a few weeks later, there was a guy who's on here called Tools and Games. Tools and Games decided they want me to burn out a drill one night, and being the ultimate crowd pleaser, I duly obliged, so I burnt that out. So tonight will be, how many motors have been on it now? I fixed it initially, I burnt it out. This will be the second time I fixed it. It's not going at all. Very bad drill. This one is going. Slightly different setup, same brand as you can see. Does sound good. I'm going to have to put a motor in that as well. I'm going to put an armature, see if we get away with an armature, and that's just on brushes. Again, the guy come to me and he says, there's Gaz, good to see you, Gaz. Guy comes to me and he goes, could you fix it? I said, yes, I can certainly fix it. I give him a price for it. And he says, do you think it's worth it? I says, not really. I said, you'd be better to buy a stronger drill for what you're doing, because you'll just burn this out the same. If I fix it, you'd have to give this light duties, But he says, fix it, and I'll go easy on it. There's Marty, good to see you. Good to see a lot of the crew on the night. Pat McMahon's not on the night, and he never said why. I think he said he was coming up. He was going up to this part of the world. He was going up to Belfast, I think, actually. He said last week, if her memory serves. So I really hate this drill. So my mission tonight is to restore functionality, better functionality to that, and restore any functionality to that. So that's the mission tonight. But before I dive in, there was something else caught my attention. And this is why it's going to be a grumpy stream, because some of you guys who's in here every week may be aware that there's been another creator that's been advertising PD Nation's Sinar batteries. And these are batteries. There's just a battery pack, and you can clip the tops on. There's a top that slides on, it's Makita. A top that slides on, that's DeWalt. The top that slides on is Bosch. Top that slides on is Milwaukee, etc., etc. It does about 4 or 5 different types of. We have all these different types of things that this battery does, and this battery's got 21700 multi cells on it, and it's the bee's knees allegedly, according to this creator. Well, there's another creator. They are crap, guys. They are the worst packet of crap you'll ever buy. There's another creator called Tools and Stuff, a very, very well respected and successful tool creator from New Zealand. He's called Tools and Stuff. The guy, I congratulated him today for his honesty. They sent them the Sinar batteries. PD Nation sent them these Sinar batteries, and he tested them. And it was less than 2 minutes in, he says they're a bit shit. There's Pat. Good to see Pat. Aye, Pat, normal service has resumed. The rain has come back. Aye. They can disappear and reappear at will. I know why that other creator done the old switcheroo when I watched Tools and Stuff's battery video, seen our battery video. He said he put it on a circular saw, a Makita circular saw, and it kept cutting out. It wasn't showing it, and when it did cut out, it wouldn't go till you went down and plugged it in again. So obviously this other creator that had the magic battery, as we know, they can disappear and reappear at will. They can turn into Makita batteries. The way he did the switcheroo is, I think, has lawnmower. Yeah, I can't tell the drawn startup. That wasn't running his lawnmower. I think that's why he had to do switcheroo, and he wanted the video. But that's up to him. That's his choice. Very good repairman, but you know, I'm sorry to say, once somebody does that, can you heed a word they say after that? Can you trust what they say? Vanon comes to mind. Tools and Stuff give it the real rundown, and he was honest. Yeah. Sinar is shit. It's shit. They have a substandard charging system. The charging system is something you charge your mobile phone with. It's a Type C cable. Now, a Type C cable going into that there, they charge something that size. Or, as the PD Nation ones have, the 5 21700 cells. They haven't got 10 18650s. But still, even trying to charge 5 of them big cells with a little mobile phone battery cable is absolutely ridiculous. You know, it's like trying to, I don't know. It's trying to fill a bucket of water with an eyedropper. You know, it's yeah. Yeah. Now, Tools and Stuff done well. Like he done that. It's got a substandard charging system. It's not particularly cheap. He said it had a flimsy build quality. It wouldn't hold up on site. Because you see some of the things I get on. You see how wrecked they are. Some people just throw them about. People are wrecking battery casings. They smash the lemon daylights over. You know, That's the sort of thing I get, you know. That's been battered about. All the marks on the bottom of it, he painted it, but it's all marked. You know, they batter things about. They're not up to the build quality, and there's a wee USB that you can charge your phone on. It's a gadget rather than a practical professional battery system. And I think the cells are substandard, to be honest, because when Tools and Stuff opened the battery, he didn't take the cells out, but he was looking at the cells to see if he could see the writing on them, and somebody had scored out the name of the cell with black marker, so that's absolutely ridiculous. It would, yes. J-Bubs, your system would be better than the Senar. The Senar, yeah, your system would be better than the Senar. You know, that's a battery adapter, as you know. What this one does, this one converts Milwaukee batteries to Metabo. I had to get one because of no Metabo batteries lying about, and I had to do a repair in the Metabo. So I thought, I need this. So I got this, and I'm happy enough with this for what I'm using it for. Battery adapters are not without criticism because they don't. You see, your battery has a whole pile of pins, and these pins communicate with the tool. Heat, temperature, over discharge, all that there. They control all that, but it's only drawn from plus and minus, so you're bypassing that. So that has its difficulty. Like you can wreck a battery putting it in a high draw tool like that. Usually in wee low draw things, you'll not run into a problem. But these battery adapters are superior to the Senar system, and that's saying something. Like if you wanted there's no point in buying Senar. It's going to end up expensive. Yeah. At least Vanon admit that they're Vanon. If they're right DeWalt and they're outside it and have substandard stuff on it, it's not right. You think Amazon would have a duty of care to that? You think because they're selling that? I don't know what way it fully works. I know it's eBay's like the Wild West, I suppose. There's no way they can police that. Like, no way they'll probably held responsible for. I think you buy an eBay, you take your chance. But battery adapters are superior to Senar, and that's my rant over for that. So that's what I wanted to say to you. Right, we're 13 minutes in, and for you who are late to the party and you that are new to the channel, I was hoping to have a celebration. I was hoping to get 9,000 subscribers tonight to have another bit of a party, but I've 8,963 as of before I went live. It's a dear battery phone backup, definitely. So if there's 37 guys on here that aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Get me up to 9,000 mark for the crack. And we'll get down to business. We'll get down to fixing one or two of these things. These two things, I suppose. But that's the rant over. That's the bad temperedness over. Right, let's see if you can. Hopefully that's visible. There's Marius. Good man, Marius. Good to see you. Marius has become a regular, like a lot of you guys, and we welcome him. So we're going to try the 453 first. I just haven't the heart to leave this lying broken. I was given it broken, and I broke it at the request of a subscriber or a live stream viewer. I don't even know if he's subscribed, but he's a viewer. So what I do for my viewers and subscribers, you know, I do enjoy this. You have given me a good it's been a real good experience, been live for you and been producing content and all the rest. And these Sunday nights are, I don't like missing them. I must have been 3 or 4 in the last year. I think that's it. I think I must have had 4 Sunday surgery lives in the last year, because Christmas and whatnot, Easter, things like that. I'll get you more subs, Jake, back in half an hour. Thank you very much. I wanted to get more subs before we went live. But anyway, I wanted to get 9,000 to be able to tell you guys 9,000, but there you are. But I do appreciate. I never thought I would get as far as I have with this. It's been fun. It's been a blast. Right, we might have to do a bit of soldering here. I didn't anticipate this. But I think the last one had the wires on, just plugged on. But we'll do a bit of ropey soldering. We can do that. We can do a bit of ropey soldering. No better man. What do I see? Get this out first. Get that wee leaf thing that sits in there. That's hateful. I can never remember how it goes. Let me see. There we are. Nope. Anyway, not to worry. I'll have to get this off. Smell of burning still bad in that, and that's been burnt out for weeks. Message restricted. Let's see if we can get this into a better shot for you. Only madmen do live repairs. Only madmen do live repairs. They're not recommended. Unless you're mad, don't even try. But J-Bubs was talking about something there. He was talking about he's working on a couple of projects there. He sent me some of the details during the week, and it's very interesting what he's doing. It's right up my street, to be honest. It's just what I'd be interested in. It's he's making his own battery adapters basically, but it's just, you know, just the way I would like to do it, you know, not he's maybe tidier than me, to be honest. He doesn't tidy. But maybe we'll feature that later on in one of the streams. We'll do one or do something. I had an idea rattling about one. What way I was going to do one and what was going to be for. I remember this going together easier last time. This is one of them things you can either slot it in first time, or it takes about 3 hours. So this could be a 3 or 4 hour stream here. It could be the start of something really big. Keep going like that. That ain't right. That must be it. Let's see. Oh, that's in place now. That's more like it. Just had to be mean with it. See the burning on the side of that where I burnt it out. It's been burnt out twice. There's Megan McGee. Is that a genuine motor? I'm glad you asked me that question. Yes, it is a genuine motor. J-Bubs, no, you're anytime. No, any you need help or you're always very helpful to me and anything's all's good, sir. All's good. All is good. That here, need to go on. It won't be a wild sense of achievement when it's done because I might have a drill that's going, but it'll not be. It won't be great, like. It won't be the greatest construction in the world. It'll just be a crap drill. It's cool. That's her now. Lovely. Right. We get the leaf out, won't we? The leaf doesn't get fair play, I think. She doesn't get a proper airing, as it were. Let's see. See if that oil battery will do her. That's a faulty oil battery. But it might like the wee Maleef. The Maleef soldering station. That the wonderful Maleef company sent to me. Because I got it free, I'm going to say it's wonderful. Because free stuff's always wonderful. Apparently. According to some folks. The last motor I got for this had the wires on it, you know. Better turn her up. See if it can get her to blow up. Well, she's starting to burn now. A wise man would be wearing gloves. Anyway. That would be a conventional idea, to wear gloves. I do like this Maleef for desolder. She is warm. She does heat up really hot. It should go on any sort of an old battery. Even an old faulty old battery, even lying about. If there's a bit of voltage in it at all, just plop it on her and away she goes. So that's the belief. Makita do make good drills, but these two I have is not anything like their best. These are the Mega McGee. I didn't get on too well with the box of goodies. I didn't have time. I was kind of off. I was kind of off all week. I mean, off work and off the workshop. Like I was telling these guys, I was kind of off. So I had to demonstrate the Mrs. Lefthandthread that there was more to life than power tools, and maybe that I cared more for her than I cared for this old stuff that I'm fixing in the workshop. You know, you have to do these things with women. Like, you'll have experienced that before. Just look at this old motor. It's fried. There's a bit of the brush even melted off. That's the new motor. I only got one run out. I wasn't fair. I didn't get fair play with me. I did not get fair play with me. There's no doubt about it. Let's see. There we are. Put these in and line them up, and then solder them on, and we'll be good to go. Only madmen repair stuff live, you know. Let's see. It's far too easy the last time. Maybe my leaf would melt that a bit better. We'll get her back in action. Houdini batteries are not the way forward. Definitely not, Marty. Your wedding in Birmingham, Mega McGee. Nice to be nice. No, I had to take a breather this week. I was under orders to take a break because I was just doing too much workshop stuff. There's just no time for anything else. Everything else taking a back seat. There we are. Welcome to the 4-hour stream. Making 2 Makitas great again. They weren't great to begin with. That's not a complete slur on the Makita company. I'm just saying that these 2 are terrible. These 2 we're fixing tonight, they are terrible drills. There's nothing that anybody can do or say to make them good. I'm not the sort of boy that would say Makita was all bad, or DeWalt was all bad, or Milwaukee was all bad, because that's not the case. That's not the case. It just doesn't work that way. None of these companies are beyond criticism. Let's see if we can solder this now. That's fair enough to get a wee blob of solder on, anyway. But the Harry Houdini batteries are probably all bad. There's nobody can say that them's better than any of the batteries that are on offer from the companies, because that's just pure right. That's nonsense, like. That is just flat out not true. That's what that is. Only madmen solder live. I get a bit of criticism for my spot welding this week, so other day there. But J-Bubs was defending my honour there. Back to the shithole tomorrow. I'm not going to use that same terminology. I love my overlords. I love my overlords. I love my glorious leaders within the company that I work for. Will remain nameless. They're a lovely bunch of lads. They're fantastic. They're great. They're just lovely. Anyway, that'll keep me right legally, hopefully. So you should have put that rubber thing on first, shouldn't I? Anyway, you love and you learn. Only madmen do your leg repairs, by the way. If I was seeing I'd be getting fake batteries from companies and saying they were good. Making myself e-bob instead of this carry on. But anyway. No complaints. Oh, the belief thing fell out again. It's a horrible wee thing. I bore about the last time too. Makita's not all bad, but these drills I'm working at tonight are not at all good. They are terrible. And they're terrible for the simple reason is they're old brush technology. They're weak. They're weak. They're too easy to burn out, as I have demonstrated with this one. And why this one still exists is due to, like, say, a company called Screwfix. Because Screwfix would do a package with this with 2 batteries. And it looks cheap. It looks like it's good value. Because it's probably a good offer for a drill and 2 batteries. It's probably cheaper, and you could buy those components on their own. So people buy these and they think they have a drill, but they don't really have anything when they have the drill. They'd be better maybe to say sayonara to the drill, because it's no good. The drill's no good. That's up there. Ah, good man, John Shaw. They're cheap and cheerful drill. But you need to realise what you're getting when you're getting one of these. Do not be too negative. This thing's not up to much. You need to, you know, people do too much with them, they burn them out. They're very much like the wee Makita grinders that featured in this channel a couple of weeks ago. They're very much in the same vein as them, and they're not up to it, you know. They're not up to heavy use. Which begs the question, should something that bears the name professional tool, if it's going to be considered a professional tool, should it be allowed to be, you know, exist with that, like, in that same range? I don't know what's going on there. There's something scuppering us here. That's up there, I think. But I just would argue they shouldn't have this run side by side with the professional tools for people that don't know. They shouldn't have things like this working off LXT batteries, because the LXT batteries is their professional range. They're the professional range. But companies like Screwfix get them to watch up a cheaper sort of drill. They had a DeWalt with a sealed brushed motor like that on it as well, and they were selling that out. It's not that, it's that people don't know what they're getting. They think they're getting something that they're not. They're comparing like we like. They think that the better drill's far too dear. For a DIY man with a Screwfix, I suppose this is probably alright. He's not going to horse it. But that other drill, that man's not a DIY man. He shouldn't be expecting, he shouldn't be using that. He shouldn't. I tell him not to fix it. But he's buying a better one, so hopefully all's well that ends well. Should I give this away to my 9,000 subscriber? Don't know. Anyway. Yeah. What do we see? There's nothing wrong with Makita batteries. There's Marius on. They're all right. They're dead on. There's nothing wrong with them. The only criticism with Makita batteries, they haven't introduced a range that's got 21700 cells like the Makita or the Milwaukee high output or the DeWalt FlexVolt. They haven't got that bigger battery, you know. Just going down to the chat here. Yeah, good enough. These are bargain basement drills. For your DIY man, if you wanted a wee drill to, I don't know, gone all wee hole here now. I could probably do his job. Anybody doing any kind of work, this is not the one for you. So that's fix number one. This one was going, but it don't sound too good. You're on about the Makita's red stuff. Is that the orangey type stuff called MacTech you're on about, Marty? That fix a real old one of them, won't I? But a motor one of them for a boy, I wonder fixed. I thought he was mad. That doesn't sound good there. So we'll get into this next, and yeah, we'll see how we go. So that's all the ranting and grumpiness over now. Thank you for bearing with me on it, but it's still there. We'll check the subscriber count to see how I'm doing. We'll see. I'm just going to check the subscriber count. Bear with me. We need 31 more subscribers to get 9,000. Your battery took a charge. No. Your battery didn't take a charge. I'm still fighting your battery. I don't think I'm on it. What do I see what voltage is on it now? I've charged and discharged it. I've done all sorts of nonsense with it. And still it says no. It says no. I don't know, it might be alright now. We'll try it in the charger a wee while. It's a FlexVolt 9 amp for anybody that does know. No, doesn't take a charge. It's a goner. Says the bearings are going in this here. Aye, we have a motor for it there, no? I didn't open it to see, but I just ordered a motor for it. I'm just hoping that the brush holders are alright. I have brushes here. I might not have a brush holder for this. And thank you guys for bearing with me in these streams, because they're nothing without you guys. If I don't have you guys on the chat or give me support, there's no stream, there's nothing. We have nothing. But there's lots of ideas for upcoming streams. I never know what I'm gonna do. The brushes don't seem even worn. We'll see if the bearing. The bearing's probably seen better days. It feels rough. The bearing feels rough. Good call, J-Bubs. Good call. Anyway. You can buy the parts for these things well cheap. You can buy parts for these, so a temptation to fix them was always there. If you buy a motor for 20 quid, like that, you know, the temptation's always there to fix them. The brushes are hardly wore. But half wore. They're not so bad. I'll put new ones in anyway when we're on the job. Don't see any melting in the brush housing. The brush housing can melt if they overheat these things, and then you have to replace that too. But the parts are so cheap for Makita, even the genuine parts. This is genuine parts I'm using tonight. Even the genuine stuff is ridiculously cheap. Them wee brushes are ridiculously cheap, like, even for some of the old brush things, you know. The price of these things is, you know, there's just always a temptation to fix. There's always a temptation to attempt to fix these things. And much the same, anyway. There's always the temptation. I could put a new bearing on it, but I think I'm just going to replace the whole motor. Because, yeah, because we have it there. Most of it's still alright anyway. Here we go. Right. You got back one's the worst. You probably get away with the front one. Oh well. Don't know if this is a genuine one actually. Ah, it is. It is a genuine one, isn't it, Makita? See? Belgium. Makita, Belgium. That's their headquarters in Belgium. I don't know if we'll get our 9,000 subscribers today. I don't know if we'll hit 9,000, but we'll definitely hit it over the next couple of days anyway. Ah, it's rusty. Look at that air. That's some way to pack a lot of this. They've like labels on it. That's mad. That's mad. But it is a new one. It's definitely not rusty. Put it there, see. I'll give it a blow out with air and then I think. That'll do it. That's the most of the debris out of it, so yes. The question I put on the thumbnail of this video or this live stream is this worth doing? Probably not. But like I said, the temptation's always there to do these because the temptation's always there because the stuff's so cheap to fix them. Looking for the notch for the fin coil. Weird. Anyway. Let's have a good look at this. We're no hurry, lads, are we? Don't know why there's nuts in that fin coil. It's weird. Doesn't really. would have to be like that. Like for the fan, I would say. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. We'll find out fairly soon. Anyway. I think coil is rusting. No doubt about it. The notch is on the other side. I got that in backwards. Is that what you're telling me? This is the cat. Is that what you're telling me? Probably done something wrong. Which is possible. No, it doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. Let's try that. Sure, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. This is fix or fail, remember? This is fix or fail live. No, it's that bit of the doorway. I don't know. I mixed myself up a little bit. Is that for the notch, is it? Might be. I think we're getting headway now. You can start to see the notch now. I think I know what the notch is for now. For that thing. It still doesn't seem right. There's extra stuff on there we didn't need. It's all falling out. Only madmen fix stuff live, you know. A little one there. It fitted there a while ago. I don't fit now. It fitted before I took it out. Welcome to the 15-hour Dr. Left-Hand-Thread stream, where it's man against machine once again. It's fix or fail live. And failure seems like a viable option here. Oh, there it is there. That fits. What made me think that didn't fit? There's no way it goes now. Anyway, on we go. That's the way it goes. This thing is a problem. There we are. Yeah, it's there, it is. You see there's the recess there. Goes on here. Like that. There's the little thing there. That's where it was. Quite correct, it was to the front of the tool. I just totally mixed myself up there by just being a bit of dope. Sorry about that, guys. Normal service will resume now. Hopefully. There. Only madmen would fix stuff live. So if you're planning to be a tool YouTuber, don't fix stuff live. It's only mad people do that. That's all in position. That's far too good. I'm kind of not believing it's in position. Anyway, let's see if we can get this all down. At least go on a wee bit. That's her now. It's pretty good. We're gonna see. That's not the one. No, Pat didn't send me this one. This one belongs to a boy at boy gave me this last week. I just told him he better buy a new one. I invited him. I told him he's on the Makita range. I told him to buy a stronger drill for what he was doing. He didn't want to spend much, so I think he's going to buy the brushed one. The 2-speed brushed one, which is not my favourite drill. I have one of them here. One of these. One of them there. That's superior, but it's much the same design, but it's just stronger. Bigger motor and all, but again, budget dictates a lot of stuff. The rain keeps coming down. Normal service has resumed. You know, things are all's well in the world when Dr. Left-Hand-Thread starts mixing himself up the way stuff goes together live and it's raining. If things are different than that, you could be dreaming. You know? Hopefully this is better when we're finished. Or wasted all our times in that case. Better put some brushes on. Better with some brushes. These brushes are so cheap. They fit a while out of these. That fits that other model that I showed you, the big one, the bigger one. and it fits a while out of these. It fits impact drivers, fits a whole lot of these brush things. Though most things are going to brushless, and you know, it's not before time. I just think I can't believe that brush stuff held on as well as it has, or is still about, because I did a video years ago talking 2017, 2018. It wasn't a great video because I wasn't even speaking on it. It was all very Charlie Chaplin, but it was just text and screen. So that's what I used to do. And it was saying all brushed tools become obsolete. That was really the point of the video. But I can't believe they're still here, which is 7 years later. Part the ones, but we'll hardly use them the price of the new ones, but we'll put them into that box for 10 days. Thought the old park side was flat there. Still 2 bars. Nearly must the brushes. I've done that before. Nearly must the brushes. That's very believable. I think she does sound better. Wasn't worth it though. That's 2 for 2. Well, we test her. We'll test her, sure. What else we do? We'll test her. See if she's any use at all. This poor old bench is getting some battering lately. Speed 1, give her a chance. Somewhere it's not drilled here, see. She's in drill mode, so. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent. That's pretty good. No, I think she likes a new motor. I will call that good. We'll try the other one. The chuck's not great. The chuck's not great. But I have not been told to put a new chuck on her today. So it's better than I thought, that drill. She's performing better than I thought. This one is significantly worse, I think. But it's still if it was a fix or fail, I think we fixed it. That's what we're going for. I think we've had a success. She's alright, like. Good fixes. I'm happy. I thought it was going to be a grumpy string that I was very, very cynical about these 2 drills. I was very cynical about these 2 drills. The quality or the lack thereof. But, it is what it is. They're in the budget end. I don't rate them too highly, but they're performing as good as they can. So yeah. About a WD-40 in the chuck. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to be wild cynical now. I'm going to say she's not worth WD-40. I'm going to use generic WD-40. I'm going to use Pocket Rocket. I can't believe it's not WD-40. A lot of rust in this thing. And it probably would have got away with the burn, you know. We can live that with soap. The WD-40, the other one, but you know, or Pocket Rocket as well. But this one doesn't belong to me. This one belongs to somebody else. But this is all mine. This little chill up here. That's helped that job. Will I make that the 9,000 subscriber prize? It wouldn't be the first thing on here that somebody's been using underwater. I'll be honest with you. I'm happy with the fixes. I'm happy with it. Thank you, J-Bubs. I'm happy. Thank you for trying to defend my honour on one of my videos that somebody was criticising that it was a short video. Somebody was criticising me spot welding. Not that it matters that much. Maybe I don't think much of these Makita drills because I have so many of them. I think every time I got one that was gifted to me, it was for dumping. I just fixed it up. I think I've got too many of them now. I think that's what it is. But I must show you an old one I have here. I want to see where it is. This is one that's been gifted. Not the size of that flipping thing. Not that there. It's a 3-speed. It's a 3-speed. It's fast in the 3rd speed too. There's a plastic chuck in this, but these didn't come with a plastic chuck. They came with a metal chuck. I do think that's an absolute weapon. It is. It's a 2012 drill. If you had one of these in 2012, 5th month 2012 manufacturing, all that. If you had one of these in 2012, you had something like. I do love that drill, I must admit. I do love it. I do love it. I must fix it sometime, put a metal chuck on it. I might do that in one of the live streams. I might cut the chuck off that and put a metal one on. I just would love. I would just love to put that back in the service. I just love that drill. It might be the biggest cordless drill that I have, physical size. If we compare it to the 3-speed DeWalt, it's even sort of bigger than that. It's old brush DeWalt. The modern equivalent would probably be the 996 of that there. There's not much in it, but I do love that. I do love that in Makita. Like I say, I was gifted to me again by Kieran Loftus and it going. I think I did put brushes on it, but I haven't used it since. It really needs a chuck to make a right job of it. I put new brushes in her. Oh, she's dead on. She is absolutely first class. I love that drill. That's a bit of a... Aye, that's exactly J-Bobs. That's the one that we had to... I must tell you a story about that too. A story about that. Big D told me a story about somebody tried to modify a flexible on-time machine, but that didn't work out. Don't know if you can see it there. It's hard to get the angle right. See where is it? Is done there. You see it on there? There was little knots there. They stopped the newer batteries going on. But I just chiseled it out. I chipped it out with a sharpened screwdriver. That's what you do. And my other counterpart, Dean Doherty, had a good video on that as well. He had a good video on that too. He was advertising that a lot. I think I did the video on this. But I think somebody saw his video, and what they did was they took a flexible tool and they tried to adapt it for 18-volt batteries. Let me show you. There's somebody, Darren works in the repair centre, Big D, you know. He works in does warranty repairs, and he got a grinder and was a flexible grinder, 54 volt. And what somebody did was they cut them 2 notches off because they thought that would have helped with this thing one of these run on an 18-volt battery, which is impossible because the motor will not run on it. But what it did do, it stopped the work on a flexible battery, because these push in these 2 sliders, or the battery doesn't go to its higher voltage. So somebody had done that and sent it in for warranty. Yeah. Somebody had done that. That's actually not just to stop the ordinary batteries going on. That's actually it actually has a function too. But Darren says, because of my video about how a flexible battery works, other than that, he wouldn't have figured out that the 2 notches was cut off. The boy had done a quite tidy job. They sent it in for warranty after butchering it. Needless to say, warranty was not upheld on that occasion. Right. Definitely a museum piece. Definitely will feature again on this channel. Watch this space for that one. Might do a chuck swap on that someday. So that's no, that's pretty good. And that chuck will free up a wee bit more too. So that's good. Let's see who's on the chat. What are we doing now? Yeah. You know a place in Kilray at this tour player. I know them as well. I know as well. I would be in the know as far as repair people around the country. I would know. Darren doesn't work for them. Darren works for another crowd in Musk. You know, so I've had dealings with Darren's company and the other company that you're referring to in Kilray. So I would be in the know in the tool market. I know there's boys that go on these platforms and say what they do and say what all this shit. I don't like to pretend that I know things that I don't, but I would be in the know. I've been selling power tools as part of my job for close to, I'd say 18.5 years. I've been heavily involved in the last dozen years. That's where it comes from, and repairs is something I've done on the side. It's a hobby. It's got out of hand, and we've discussed that before. I'll be pretty much in the know. We'll have to look what our subscribers are now, guys, to see how we're doing. And thank you all for joining the stream tonight again. Anybody's new, you're more than welcome. We need 27 more subscribers for 9,000, so we're doing all right. We'll get that in the next night or two, so that'll be okay. Anybody else? Stanley Fatmax. They're a different fitting, surely. I have an old Fatmax lying about here. Somebody give me a fix. Good for service and warranty. Yeah. There's also a place dedicated to Milwaukee repairs in Coleraine. Very good too. So, if you ever need anything, do you know one of that, or you ever need anything, J Bobs, just let me know. I can help you out. I can help you out with anything like that. Very good service from the crowd in Coleraine as well. We're lucky in a sense. We're a small place. We're a relatively small place, but we have plenty of good. I suppose there are not enough people doing this, but there's still good. There's 4 places that I know of. There is a place in Cork as well. I don't know how good or bad they are as well, but they're not far away. They do warranties for DeWalt mainly. Place in Coleraine does mainly Milwaukee warranties. Place in Galway does Milwaukee warranties, yes. Yeah. Lusk are doing, well, place in Galway does Makita warranties. They're doing DeWalt now as well, as of probably a year and a half now. This is Lusk. They do DeWalt. They do Metabo. They're doing Makita now. They do almost everything except Milwaukee, So we're pretty well covered for warranty spots, We're lucky in that respect in a lot of ways, and I don't think I could say a bad word about any of the local centres. I'm biased towards one. I'll not say what one it is for reasons that I'm not going to, but I'm biased. But no, we're lucky enough, and you have idiots like me on Sunday night doing all the ones that aren't worth doing. So there's that too, and it's mostly, hopefully, for your entertainment. We're now 18, and we've nearly got 9,000 subscribers. We're a year in the doctor's surgery. It's onwards and upwards, I think, guys. And thanks for checking in every week, all you guys. I think, yeah. I think I might have to duck on off now. It's a wet night. I'm back to the grindstone tomorrow. I don't know what I'll get done during the weekend here. We'll see how we go. But I'll definitely have something for you next Sunday night, because Sunday nights are important to all of us. It's like I say, it's like Forrest Gump's box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, but you probably won't get a Sinar battery review. That's already been done. Yeah, into that area. Yeah. And into that area. Right. Yeah. Is it a bit far away from you? I suppose it is and it isn't. It's about 30 miles from me, the place in Coleraine. 30 miles from Coleraine. About 30 miles from place in Kilray. Probably at least 50 miles from Mollusk, I'd say, 60, 60 miles from Mollusk. They're none of them really near handy, And there is a guy in Moneymore that does good repairs as well. if you know him anymore. There's a guy, he's a privateer, he does good repairs as well. He doesn't have a social media presence, unlike yours truly, but you know, he's good. And if any is are on here and you like what you see and you like some of the content, don't forget, give it the thumbs up, give us a wee sub. You know, we'll get over the 9,000 and we'll have a bit of a celebration. We'll have a 9,000 subscriber edition next week, so we'll see how it all goes. So thank you very much for all checking in as usual. J-Bobs, you've scutted in promotion of them batteries. I have scutted. I wouldn't promote them batteries if it was tied to a naked Scarlett Johansson and it was covered in chocolate. I wouldn't have anything to do with saying our batteries. I wouldn't put my name against them. I wouldn't say a particularly good name, but it definitely wouldn't have the name of promoting them. And Tools and Stuff has a video that's at least 6,000 views today alone. He's going to get 50 or 60,000 views in that. He's going to single-handedly sink the Sinar company. Watch Tools and Games, or not Tools and Games. Watch Tools and Stuff. He hasn't completely took her to butts, but he's done enough and said enough that you would know. No, he's not going to do a teardown. He's not going to do a teardown. He is not going to do a teardown in them batteries. I wonder if he still get the lawnmower battery video still up, because that was a bit of a hoax, that one. Anyway, no negativity. This is a positive space on a Sunday night. J-Bob says stop it. I'm going to stop this now soon. we have to throw in the towel. We're an hour and 22 minutes in. So thank you very much for all your input. And anything you need, I'm here. I'm here to help. I do appreciate my Sunday night crew. There's a couple of them missing tonight, but the most of you are here. So thank you very much for checking in. And again, give her an old thumbs up. Check out my videos. I have 2 videos out today. This one's a bit of a cheat, this laser. As you know, I'm not really a laser man. But with the help of my brother, we got her fixed. He has a microscope and all their microscopic wires and these things. And we got her fixed. There's one beam on her. That's a £400 laser back in business. So that's an achievement. And there's another one that's out there. Fixing time again for BW's Electronic. There's another one out for a Milwaukee wrench where I put a new controller and switch mechanism. It was a bit of a, to be honest, it was a bit of a scene. It was a bit more complex than I thought it would be. Thank you all very much, and I'm going this time. Good night, and take care of yourselves. And we'll do it again next week. We'll have the 9,000 sub edition next week. I thought we'd have had it tonight, but wasn't to be. Good night. Take care.